We do have the 2-on-1 now down this right-hand side. Denzel Dumfries with Alex Petit for support. And there is Matthew Garbutt, and he misses. The header goes wide. I was certain that was going to be a goal. A diving header from Matthew Garbutt. It all comes down to this. Will we be a Premier League team next season? Will we be a Championship team next season? That's what's going to be decided in today's episode of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory Career Mode here on EA FC 24. 3 games to get to as always. We're going to quick sim this away game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We are going to quick sim this home game at Redmont Arena against Sheffield United. That, I think, will determine whether we stay up or not. But the reason I want to sim this one is because if it's not enough, a win over Sheffield United to stay up, I want the opportunity to play for the chance to stay up in the last game of the season against Manchester United. So it's a bit of a risk because Sheffield United is the team that we are most likely to beat in a played game. We're far more likely to play and beat Sheffield United than we are to play and beat Manchester United. But it's also the game that we're most likely to win in simulation. And as I said, 3 points may not be enough. So I do want the opportunity to try and get an extra point against Manchester United if we do need it on the very last day of the season. Starting out with a game against Chelsea, though, which we do lose 2-0. I mean, it's to be expected. Wasn't expecting anything out of that game. And this is going to tell us exactly where we are, exactly where we stand going into this game against Sheffield United. We did have a game in hand on the teams around us, so I think that's going to have disappeared at this stage, and it has. Brentford still have a game in hand, but we remain 2 points ahead of Nottingham Forest, 5 points ahead of Burnley, with the same number of games played. I mean, we are competing with Brentford, but not directly necessarily. They could win and go up to 39 and be lifted all the way to 15th place. Really, it's Nottingham Forest who we are competing with. Beat them in a massive game in the last episode. Beat them 2-1 after going 1-0 down early on. A calamitous mistake by Alexander Bobek as Jamie Shackleton agrees to a transfer to Bournemouth ahead of next season. I do like Jamie Shackleton, and I'm disappointed that he does want to leave the club, but it's probably fair enough. He hasn't played quite as much as he would have hoped, and he probably hasn't played quite as much as we probably promised that he would. But Christian Caceres has just come in and done so well, and we only tend to play with 2 central midfielders, so who else is unhappy now? We know Nathan Baxter is unhappy. Get out of the club if you're that unhappy. So, huge game against Sheffield United. Has anybody else played? Nottingham Forest have played, and they gained just a single point. What does that do to the scenario? That means, well, if we get a single point, it will go down to final game of the season. If we win this game against Sheffield, we'll go to 40 points. Nottingham Forest couldn't catch us. Neither could Burnley. Okay, change your plans. We're going to play this game against Sheffield United, because if we win, we stay up. If we get a draw, we don't necessarily stay up, but it does make things a little bit... It does make things a little bit more comfortable than a loss, obviously, going into the last game of the season. But if we win this game, we are guaranteed Premier League football next season. So we are going to play this game against Sheffield United. How is Sheffield United going to line up? They're going to play a 5-2-3. Nope, they're going to play a 5-3-2. So, how do we want to line up in response to that? Do we want to go with the 3-1-4-2? Or do we want to go with the 5-2-3? A 5-2-3 would give us 2-on-1s down the wing. A 3-1-4-2 would give us more support in the middle of the pitch. Josh Sargent is going to be outnumbered if we go with the 5-2-3. So are the 2 central midfielders. I think let's go with the 3-1-4-2, because in that formation we can always switch to a flat back 5 and a midfield 4, which would give us those 2-on-1s that we would be looking for. So, and then, do we want to switch up? I'll tell you what I'll also do. Just for this game, I will switch up the attacking formation as well to a 5 at the back formation. So a 5-2-3 as the attacking formation with Sar, Sergeant, T, like this. So that's going to be the attacking game plan. And the defensive game plan also sees us drop into a flat back 5. So I like that as the best of both worlds here. We can go out and see what the 3-1-4-2 looks like. I hate that you have to move this around every single time you change anything. Cartwright, that's how we want it. Yep. So we can see how the 3-1-4-2 is going to function. And if we do want the 2-on-1s down the wing, we can either drop into a defensive game plan or push into an attacking game plan. Whatever happens, we need 3 points here. 3 points secures Premier League football next season. So we absolutely have to come away with the win. It's quiet at Redmont Arena. It sounds like there are some nerves amongst the fans. Sheffield United kick off and it is eerily quiet here. Not a sound in the stands. Alright, let's get locked in. We need a win here. Denzel Dumfries trying to quell the Sheffield United attack early. It feels nervy in Redmont Arena. Good defending, Denzel Dumfries. There's the fans. Bit of applause for the first time today. Caleb Taylor across to Arthur Armstrong. Let's get our feet on the ball. Let's settle these fans down a little bit. That's not the way to do it. Jesse Cartwright. Cross to Caleb Taylor. It's definitely not the way to do it. Alex Petit picks up the ball though. Denzel Dumfries up ahead of him. Caleb Taylor's there. Big switch to Arthur Armstrong is on. There's Matthew Garbutt. Sheffield United defending well early. Keeping their shape really nicely. Making it difficult for us. Alex Petit. Denzel Dumfries up ahead. He's in some space. 2 players in the box, of course. One of whom is Ismail Assar. Goalkeeper comes out to claim. So we've gone with the 3-1-4-2. Really so that we can have 2 strikers up there to compete with the 5 Sheffield United defenders. We are giving up the 2-on-1s on the flanks to be able to achieve that though. Matthew Garbutt. Christian Caceres. Nicely worked. Alex Petit. It's going to strike from range. It's not a bad one. Does go wide though. Goalkeeper had it covered all day. Good positive start to the game though. We do have the 3 in midfield as well in this particular system, so that's another advantage. Barley Mumba into the box. Josh Sargent and Ismail Assar were there, but Barley Mumba split the 2. Couldn't find either of them. Ismail Assar pressing high up the pitch. Trying to win the ball back. Josh Sargent into the Sheffield United box. Goalkeeper under pressure. Denzel Dumfries is going to challenge for the ball. He's not going to win it. Christian Caceres out there as well. Does win the ball back. Gives it straight back to Sheffield United though. Should have done more just to hold on to that. Was looking for Josh Sargent immediately. And Christian Caceres takes it back again. Looking for Josh Sargent once more. I think he was offside this time. Can't find our star striker. He's been excellent for us this season. He's scored so many big goals. We need another one from him here today. Redmont Rangers fans starting to find their voice a little bit now. Sheffield United on the ball though. Ismail Assar pressing high. Matthew Garbutt trying to win it back. There is Ismail Assar. Matthew Garbutt. Foul. Don't agree with that, but that's the decision from the referee. Sheffield United work it down that right-hand side. Barley Mumba's been beaten. Traore can put it in. Jesse Cartwright clears. Absolutely fine. Out for a throw-in. That's safe. Matthew Garbutt trying to stop the cross. He does exactly that. Ismail Assar up ahead of him. Matthew Garbutt beats his man. Ismail Assar is in behind. Timed his run well. Can he get there? Can't quite. Can't quite outmuscle the Sheffield United defender. Trying to pin him deep though. Oh, and Josh Sargent wins it back. Matthew Garbutt can't find Ismail Assar. Can't find the ball with that slide tackle either. Barley Mumba comes across and puts the foot in. Sheffield United player keeps hold of it though. And again, Sheffield United in a position to cross. Good defending from Matthew Garbutt and Barley Mumba though. Did really well just to hold their shape and pass those players off. Arthur Armstrong with a fantastic challenge. And we can just keep the ball here. Jesse Cartwright out to Caleb Taylor. Denzel Dumfries up ahead of him. Josh Sargent with a run in behind. Dumfries just uses it as a distraction though. Beats his man outside. Josh Sargent up ahead. Cleared. Only into the feet of Ismail Assar though. Can't turn and strike. If he could have got a shot off there, it would have been very, very dangerous. Good defending again by Redmont Rangers. Denzel Dumfries again driving at the Sheffield United back line. Poor challenge. Denzel Dumfries has awful control. Awful control. Arthur Armstrong steps up. Barley Mumba's out there with him. Goes back to Jesse Cartwright though. Christian Caceres. Bit of a nervy start to the game from both teams. Denzel Dumfries. Nothing there. Christian Caceres. Has to slide. Wins the ball according to the referee. Josh Sargent spreads wide to Barley Mumba. Sheffield United just sitting off, not doing too much in terms of a press, but just holding their shape. And so Dumfries yet again on this right hand side. Can he find room for a cross? Yes he can. Cleared by Sheffield United though. Christian Caceres brings it down. Does well to keep hold of the ball there. And cuts it back onto his right hand side. Can't get a shot off. Good feet from Caceres. But couldn't quite find space to shoot. It's been a very good defensive performance from Sheffield United so far, and I think we might actually step up into our attacking game plan. So Ismail Assar is going to drop out to the left-hand side where he can support Barley Mumba. Josh Sargent just going to be the lone striker. But we should have a bit more room and a few more options on the wings now. Nicely worked into Christian Caceres. Alex Petit is going to get the shot off straight at the Sheffield United goalkeeper and just put out for a corner kick there. Yellow card for the Sheffield United man as well. Christian Caceres is going to put it in. Cleared off the line. I think that was Caleb Taylor. I think that was Caleb Taylor again bringing it down in the penalty area. Couple of chances there for Caleb Taylor. One of which was turned towards goal, but it's cleared off the line by the Sheffield United man. Jesse Cartwright wins the header very, very well. And we're just going to keep the ball. We have dominated possession so far. We're going to look for that to continue. We do have the 2-on-1 now down this right-hand side. Denzel Dumfries with Alex Petit for support. And there is Matthew Garbutt, and he misses. The header goes wide. I was certain that was going to be a goal. A diving header from Matthew Garbutt. Goalkeeper, no chance. But the header flashes wide. Premier League survival on the cards there for Redmont Rangers. But we're still looking for that opening goal. There is still a long way to go in the game. A single goal, not certain to be enough to decide it. But it certainly would have been A good start to the game if we could have scored there. And we're going to have to be careful here. Arthur Armstrong comes across. Caleb Taylor does the same. Denzel Dumfries wins it back. Alexander Bobek clears. First real sign of danger there from Sheffield United. And they work it out to their left-hand side. To their right-hand side, rather, to the Redmont Rangers left. Barlimub is beaten. Arthur Armstrong comes across. Good defending to stop the cross. And good defending to put a foot in there as well. Matthew Garbutt with the ball at his feet. Just twists and turns. Spreads it wide to Denzel Dumfries. He has got Alex Petit ahead of him. He's got a bit of pace about him as well. And Alex Petit is offside. Poor. Needed to get back onside quicker there, Alex Petit. Good challenge there, though, and that could be a Redmont throw, and it's not. Looks like an injury for Sheffield United, though. And it was the man that has already received a yellow card that's going off, so... not a player we can target at any point any longer. Sheffield United starting to move the ball around a little quicker now. A little bit more attacking impetus from them, potentially. And they are working their way down this left-hand side. Dumfries does well, though. Just cleared by Caleb Taylor. Just to try and get a little bit of space for us to step up into. Good defending, Caleb Taylor. Just stands his ground. Sheffield United have done well to work on opportunity, though. Great block from Jesse Cartwright. Get rid. And the shot eventually goes wide. That was dangerous for a moment there. That was the most dangerous that Sheffield United have been all game, without doubt. Bali Mumba. Jesse Cartwright. Poor pass from Jesse Cartwright. We're asking him to do too much there. That's not his game. Good intervention from Alex Petit, though. Denzel Dumfries up ahead of him, and he's got space to run into. He's into the Sheffield United box. Pulls it back across for Ismail Assar, but the pass is just behind him. Maybe Dumfries should have taken the shot on himself. Tried to square it to Ismail Assar. Couldn't find his teammate. Just 1 minute of added time. Ball pass from Sheffield United, but Ismail Assar can't bring it under control. Half time. 0-0 here at Redmont Arena. Can we find a winner in this second half? We have not edged possession. So we're going to stick with the 5-2-3, the attacking game plan for now. We're going to try and get the ball into Ismail Assar's feet a little bit more here in this second half as well. Haven't really utilised him quite enough in that first half. And he is one of our more dangerous players, to be honest. He's got so much pace. Good challenge by Matthew Garbutt. Josh Sargent comes away with it. Can't beat his man. It's not really his game either. Trying to beat players one-on-one. And Sheffield United working it up into our final third here. Good defending, Arthur Armstrong. They do find space to shoot, though. Alexander Bobek makes the save. Relatively comfortable one for the Redmont goalkeeper. Bali Mumba comes away with it. Ismail Assar. Bali Mumba up ahead of him. He's made a good overlapping run. He's got the ball at his feet. Ismail Assar trying to create a bit of space for Bali Mumba to run into. He's ran into trouble instead, though. Does well to come through it, though, and Bali Mumba strikes from range. Really good feet from Bali Mumba. Doesn't find himself in those kinds of positions too often, cutting in off that left-hand side. Good feet from Matthew Garbutt. Finds Bali Mumba again. There's Ismail Assar. He is onside. Josh Sargent in the box, can't win it. Matthew Garbutt strikes. Blocked by the Sheffield United defender. Header won by Jesse Cartwright. Matthew Garbutt could be over. Can't win the ball back, though. Good positioning from Bali Mumba. Puts it out for Sheffield United throw-in. Matthew Garbutt comes across. Ismail Assar steals it away, and we've got players up. Matthew Garbutt Needed to make a run there. And instead he started backtracking. Ismail Assar, good feet. Finds his way into the Sheffield United box. Bali Mumba's there. Twists and turns. Gets a shot away. Josh Sargent is there. Matthew Garbett. What a save by the goalkeeper. Fingertips onto the post. And somehow the game is still level. How did we not score there? What an incredible save by the Sheffield United keeper. Alex Petit is there. Denzel Dumfries. Cross into the box. Matthew Garbett competes. Alex Petit wins it. How have we not taken the lead? How is it still 0-0? I have no idea. Unbelievable save from the Sheffield United goalkeeper. I thought despite the save, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Jesse Cartwright has to deal with this. He doesn't. Alexander Bobek does. Chances at both ends. Corner Sheffield United. We have to win this header. And we do. Denzel Dumfries. Fantastic header. Ismail Assar tries to come away with it but can't. Bali Mumba's there. Puts a foot in. Really, really good defending. Ismail Assar away on this left-hand side. He's got pace. Can he cut it back inside? No, he can't. Good challenge. An hour gone. 0-0. Somehow. Bali Mumba. Good position. Good pass from Ismail Assar to find him as well. There's Matthew Garbett. Christian Caceres. Strike from range. Wide. Let's have a look at our options on the bench. We are pretty fit still. And we don't have a huge amount of options on the bench that I feel particularly good about. So we'll let the game run for a little longer. Big, big win in the air. Josh Sargent gives it straight to Sheffield United. Good tackle, Matthew Garbett. Ismail Assar, pressure high up the pitch. Alex Petit going across to that left-hand side for Sheffield United. Denzel Dumfries going to try and stop the cross. Doesn't manage to do it. Caleb Taylor, it's up to him now. And it's going to be a goal kick. Poor cross. We could do with Sheffield United getting a little bit more aggressive now, committing a few more players forward, to be honest. That's a better pass from Jesse Cartwright. Ismail Assar is going to be offside. Split second too long it took to release that. It's a short free kick. Ismail Assar applying the pressure high up the field. Can't win it back though. Sheffield United work it across. Caleb Taylor can't get a foot on the ball. He can now. Good defending. Gives it straight back. Wins it straight back. Alex Petit, Christian Caceres. Alex Petit needs to continue that run. He kind of continues that jog at the very least. Christian Caceres skips away from the Sheffield United midfielder. Reverse pass into Josh Sargent. Matthew Garbett can't get there. Interesting little pass. Josh Sargent wins the ball back. Can't keep hold of it. Sheffield United win it back from Josh Sargent. Oh, Matthew Garbett almost had it there. Josh Sargent still not giving up the fight. Spreads it wide here. Ismail Assar not going to get there. Ball bounces off Ismail Assar and out for a Sheffield United throw. Ismail Assar tries to steal the throw. Again, can't get there though. Josh Sargent. 20 minutes to go in the game. Still 0-0. Caught in two minds. Do we really try and press and win this game, or do we accept a draw? We have to accept a draw. We have to accept a draw. If we let Sheffield United win, that drags us right into the relegation fight. Whereas a draw at least means that Sheffield United have to win in their last game of the season. Good challenge, Bali Mumba. Let's go. Josh Sargent, get in the box. Josh Sargent not quick enough there to try and get in the box. He is in there now, though. Heads towards goal and puts it in. What a goal. Fantastic cross from Barley Mumba. Josh Sargent puts Redmont Rangers 1-0 up. Every single time there is a big moment in a game, every single time we need a goal, it's Josh Sargent. That made me feel a little bit sick. It's Josh Sargent who is there to provide it, and he's there again today. Diving header. Low and to the goalkeeper's right. And Josh Sargent may well have just kept Redmont Rangers in the Premier League. We're going to go to our defensive game plan here. 74 minutes gone. 15 minutes plus stoppage time to go in the game. Going to drop into our defensive game plan. So that means a flat back 5 and a flat midfield 4. We're probably going to make some changes next time the ball goes out of play as well. What a challenge, Alex Petit. Josh Sargent picks it up. Doesn't have a great deal of pace about him. Matthew Garbutt's inside though. Josh Sargent does find him. Matthew Garbutt into the box. Can't secure it. Tried a shot across the face of goal. Ismail Assar was at the back post. Maybe we should have found him. The shot goes straight at the goalkeeper. We obviously don't want to concede here. Great defending, Caleb Taylor. Just clear. We obviously don't want to concede here, but we can technically afford to only come away with a draw from this game. We obviously want a win. A win secures Premier League football next season today. That's obviously the ideal scenario. However, if Sheffield United do equalise, we can still stay up. Corner ball. We're going to make some changes. 10 minutes to go. Alex Petit is going to come off. He's tired. Brendan Clark. We're going to bring Webber on in midfield again for Garbutt. That's probably going to be the only changes that we make. Same ones we made in the last episode. We're going to go short here to Ismail Assar. Ismail Assar can't beat the Sheffield United defender. That's poor. That's poor from the Redmont wide man. Webber doing a good job in midfield. He looks fairly promising. Pressure high up the pitch. Josh Sargent chasing the ball down. Potentially we'll bring Dane Scarlett on for the last 5. Just for some fresh legs and a bit of pace up front. About 8 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Josh Sargent still not giving up the fight. Good defending. Denzel Dumfries with the ball at his feet. There's Caleb Taylor. I don't like it. 3 Sheffield United players in front of him. We're just going to clear the ball. Ismail Assar coming off his position on the left-hand side there to apply a bit of pressure. We're going to keep him there as well. Sheffield United work it up the right-hand side though. We are just pinning them deep at this point. Not allowing them out of their final third. They are going to be relegated if they lose this game. But we're simply not allowing them to play. Good reverse pass into Christian Caceres. And we're going to take it into the corner here. Christian Caceres up to Brendan Clark. Josh Sargent on the edge of the box. Brendan Clark again. There's Denzel Dumfries. Into the Sheffield United box this time. Pulls it back. Josh Sargent with the ball at his feet. He's still there. Still there. Still there, Josh Sargent. What a season he's had. If we do stay up this season, it's going to be in huge part thanks to Josh Sargent. Here's Webber. Driving towards the Sheffield United box. Takes a strike. Not sure who that came off. Came off a Sheffield United man. And it's going to be Josh Sargent to come off for Dane Scarlett. Lewis Baker can come on in midfield as well. And we will also bring on Josh Key. So, just minutes to go in the game. We don't need to put the ball into the box. We will play it short to Dane Scarlett. We don't need to take it out of the corner really either. Here's Denzel Dumfries. Lewis Baker wants the ball at his feet and he gets it. Here's Barley Mumba. Arthur Armstrong. Jesse Cartwright. Arthur Armstrong again. Just going to toss the ball up towards the corner, and Brendan Clark. Really good. And there's Lewis Baker. Penalty area was wide open, but there's no real reason to try and get there. Barley Mumba. Lewis Baker. Blow your whistle, ref. Blow your whistle, ref. Lewis Baker gives the ball away. Please blow your whistle, ref. And he does. Redmont Rangers will be a Premier League team next season. We've made it certain. Not on the final day of the season, but on the penultimate day of the season. The final episode of the season. Big, big performance. It was nervy at times, but we did what we needed to do. Scored a single goal. Josh Sargent, obviously the one to score it. And it is going to be Premier League football for Redmont Rangers next season. I'm 99% certain we're staying up. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that means it's going to be Sheffield United, Burnley, and Nottingham Forest to go down. Let's have a look, though. Let's just confirm 100%. I mean, I guess it could be Brentford. I guess it could be Brentford. But yeah, we're safe, right? Nottingham Forest could win. Takes them only to 39 points. So it's going to be Brentford or Nottingham Forest. It's definitely not going to be us. So we've done what we needed to do. I don't care about the other teams. Nottingham Forest, Brentford, who cares? Oh, some unsettled youth players here. Freddie Holden, we might need to bring those up, because we do have some players in Youth Academy that we are very interested in. Freddie Holden isn't really one of them. So we will release him. Reggie Warren is another one. He certainly is somebody that we're interested in. 18 years old, 70 overall. 83 to 94 potential, 4 to 6 play styles. Let's take a look at him right now. We're going to promote him to the senior team. And then Alexander Welsh is the other one. Again, not somebody we're massively interested in, so let's release him. We will go over the entire Youth Academy in the off-season episode. But let's take a look at our cam here. Reggie Warren. So what does he have? He has 5 play styles. So 5-star skill moves, medium work rate, but we're working on that attacking work rate. Dead ball, incisive pass, long ball pass, trickster, and quick step. He could be exactly what we're looking for in midfield. We need a real playmaker. And Reggie Warren could be exactly that. So certainly one to keep an eye on. So Manchester United, last game of the season. This is the way that we're going to line up. So let's I accidentally clicked on a play match instead of going over to quick sim, but we sim it and it's a 0-0. It doesn't make any difference. Sheffield United do lose, Burnley draw, but we were safe anyway. The outcome of that match didn't matter whatsoever, but nice to end the season. Getting a point at Old Trafford should raise team morale a little bit and should hopefully help us keep our job. So, final standings. Nottingham Forest somehow do it. Nottingham Forest get a point in their final game. Brentford lose both of theirs, and Brentford end up being the team to go down. Nottingham Forest stay up on the last game of the season. Unbelievable. So Sheffield United, Burnley and Brentford will be the teams to be relegated. Redmont Rangers stay up. 16th place finish. Narrowly avoided relegation in Season 1, but avoided relegation we did. Brentford lost 3-0 to Sheffield United on... that's not the last game of the season. That was early. But that's going to really come back to haunt them. They lost 4-2 to Arsenal. Geez. So top of the table looks like this. Manchester City win the league with just 79 points. 78 for Manchester United, 76 for Arsenal and Spurs, who round out the Champions League places. And then a massive drop-off to Liverpool in the Europa League on 61. Aston Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea, Everton, Leeds round out the top half. And then Fulham, Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, Wolves, Redmont Rangers and Nottingham Forest, Brentford, Burnley and Sheffield United go down. So we'll check out the Championship and the other teams around the leagues in the off-season episode, though. But that will do it for Season 5 of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory career mode here on EAFC 24. And we will finish Season 5 as a Premier League team. So Season 6, we will obviously be looking to strengthen the squad to make a push up into the top half of the season, of the table is what I mean to say. So I'll probably stream the off-season episode at some point. There will be an episode on YouTube to watch as well, though. So, of course, as always, hope to see you there. And I hope to see you in Season 6 of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory as well. Take it easy.